Your self-sabotage pattern doesn't trust you, and that's why it keeps sabotaging your growth, your success, your income, your business, and everything else that keeps you moving 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. If you haven't seen me before, my name's Aaron, and I work with conscious entrepreneurs, healers, coaches, and individuals to help them break out of the cycle of self-sabotage and create true freedom with a life that they love. You keep trying to fix your self-sabotage pattern. You keep trying to work on it more. You say, okay, if I just heal this one more thing or release this one more part of myself that no longer serves me and clear out this one more blockage, then finally I'll be free and I'll finally get rid of this self-sabotage program. But your self-sabotage program is a part of you that was designed to protect you from a world that told you something negative. For example, if you experienced something that implied that you're not worthy of the success that you're building, whether that was somebody's offhand rude comment or whether that was deep trauma in your childhood, it doesn't really matter. Your consciousness is met by this impression that you're not worthy of something. And just like if you want to interact with a physical object in the physical world, like this coffee mug, I must match my hand to the shape of the coffee mug in order to move it about and interact with it. Just the same way, your consciousness creates a part of yourself to interact with the negative programming. In the example of an experience that says you're not worthy of something, your consciousness creates a part of yourself that believes it's not worthy, so that it can be on the same structure and frequency as the unworthiness experience and interact and deal with handling that unworthiness experience for you. This protects the core of your consciousness, the part of you that still knows you're ultimately worthy, from completely collapsing into the distortion programming. The part of yourself that believes you're not worthy is a heroic, extremely strong part of your consciousness, and yet you keep trying to get rid of it. We view that as a self-sabotage program. We say, this part of myself is the problem, let me get rid of it. But the problem was the original experience that told you you weren't worthy or that you weren't good enough. It's not the part of your consciousness that has been dealing with that's the problem. But when we approach that part of our consciousness and we say, okay, this is the blockage, this is the issue, let me get rid of this part of myself that no longer serves me, what we're doing is implying to that part of ourself that it's not worthy. We're compounding the very same trauma on it. The thing is, it's really good at handling circumstances and situations that tell it it's not worthy, even if you're the one telling it that. And if you become the perpetrator, telling that part of yourself that it's not worthy, that you're going to heal it, fix it, or get rid of it, then it can simply resist you because it knows how, and it's really good at it. So it fights back, and inevitably it ends up sabotaging your progress forward. Not because it doesn't want you to go forward, but because it's waiting for the day that you will rebuild communication with it. And after you perpetually tried to get rid of it, it doesn't trust you anymore, and it doesn't have a way to communicate with you. What you need to do is rebuild the capacity within your own consciousness to communicate with every aspect of yourself, to rebuild a bridge of trust between you and the part of you that you think is your self-sabotage program. When you can rebuild that trust and that communication, that protective part of yourself that you've been calling self-sabotage can team up with you to create the life you love. And that is where all your power has been hanging out at. It has the keys to your power. You need to team up with it and then create the life you love with it. That part of yourself is ultimately extremely worthy, and it's been handling all of the unworthiness programs for so long. It deserves to come with you into a life you love, not be discarded and thrown out like something that no longer serves you. Because ultimately, every part of your consciousness, positive or negative, is always a part of you that is in service to you. And I want this shift to really stick for you. So anchor this into your consciousness by typing the word communication in the comments. It's time to embrace true communication with every part of yourself. And I found that the 13 chakra system is an excellent way to do that because the 13 chakra system retains the original blueprint, the version of you that existed before this world told you who you had to be, before you ever needed that protective part of consciousness to deal with those programs of unworthiness that eventually became a self-sabotage pattern. I found that we can use the 13 chakra system to access that original source code blueprint and reset your entire system back to who you were before it all happened. And as we do that, the chakras begin to function as communication centers, allowing you to finally understand the part of yourself that seems to have held you back all this time, getting it on the same team with you, or rather you getting on the same team with it to go forward and build the life you love. And if you've watched this far, you're ready for this level of deep integrative work. So I invite you to come to the training I'm doing this week for cycle breakers. You can grab your seat right up here at the link in my bio or right down here. Let's end the conflict within and instead build a bridge to a life that you love. I'll see you there on the flip side.